You are a Smith. Agent Smith.
Agent Smith's evolution across the Matrix trilogy is one of the most philosophically rich character arcs in modern sci-fi. He is the closest thing the trilogy has to a Lucifer-like figure. Smith begins as a perfectly obedient system agent. His fall from grace begins after he is unexpectedly exposed to something completely alien to him. The irony is that he secretly craved the very thing that destroyed him. Most people who watch The Matrix think of Agent Smith simply as the villain of the story, but that's a gross oversimplification. His role in the trilogy is far more nuanced than that. In this video, we're going to break down every major Agent Smith scene across the Matrix trilogy, tracing how he starts as an obedient agent of the system and gradually transforms into an existential threat to the Matrix itself. Agent Smith's primary task at the beginning is to capture Morpheus.
We're willing to wipe the slate clean, give you a fresh start. And all that we're asking in return is your cooperation in bringing a known terrorist to justice.
Morpheus is labeled a known terrorist by the Matrix. He possesses critical knowledge about Zion, the Resistance, and the Prophecy. Smith's mission is to locate, capture, and extract information from Morpheus, not just eliminate him. Neo is initially a secondary target, useful mainly as leverage to reach Morpheus. Agent Smith's purpose is to capture Morpheus, find the location of Zion, and destroy it. This is also the reason he makes a deal with Cypher aka Mr. Reagan.
Then we have a deal.
I don't want to remember nothing. Nothing. You understand? And I want to be rich. You know, someone important. Like an actor.
When Agent Smith finally captures Morpheus, he admits something interesting, which makes him very unique compared to other agents.
I'm going to be honest with you. I hate this place. This zoo, this prison, this reality, whatever you want to call it. I can't stand it any longer. It's the smell, if there is such a thing.
Smith does not have true free will yet. What he's expressing here is self-awareness and aversion, not autonomy. Agents are designed to hate humans. Smith's disgust for humans here is an overdeveloped function, not rebellion. At least, not yet. But this hatred would later define his actions.
Every time I do, I fear that I've somehow been infected by it. It's repulsive, isn't it? I must get out of here. I must get free. And in this mind is the key.
Agent Smith's purpose in the Matrix is to destroy Zion. Once he destroys Zion, he can leave the Matrix, which he hates so much. Smith wants to be free, but he cannot act outside his purpose yet. He still serves the system. He recognizes himself as trapped, but cannot escape. This is an important realization. Interestingly, this is the same realization Neo had before being freed. And in fact, this is the same realization anyone in Zion had before being unplugged from the Matrix.
Once Zion is destroyed, there is no need for me to be here. Do you understand?
This is a profound statement. Agent Smith admits that his purpose is what binds him, keeps him trapped, and to exit the Matrix he needs to be free from his purpose in the Matrix. At the end of the first Matrix movie, Agent Smith gets exactly what he desired. This is the turning point of Smith's character. Neo enters Smith's body and overloads him from the inside. When Neo destroyed Agent Smith, he was supposed to go back to the system, but something compelled him to stay in the Matrix. Something compelled him to actively disobey. This strange new thing he has discovered is the free will. Smith returns back into the Matrix, changed, self-aware, and no longer fully under machine's control. Or in other words, Smith was freed. But that's not all. When Neo destroys Smith this way, something activates within Agent Smith, a new power. This would later determine the fate of the Matrix.
I'm looking for Neo.
Never heard of him.
I have something for him. A gift. You see, he set me free.
When Smith says he set me free, he means Neo broke his connection to the system by destroying him in the first Matrix. Smith is no longer bound by machine commands or a predefined role. But this freedom is twisted. Without purpose, Smith doesn't become peaceful. He becomes compulsive. He replaces obedience with obsession.
Whoever it is, he's not reading like an agent.
Smith is no longer an agent that does the system's bidding. So, if a sentient program as powerful as Smith does not have a purpose, then what would it do instead? We are about to find out.
Our connection. I don't fully understand how it happened. Perhaps some part of you imprinted onto me, something overwritten or copied. It is at this point irrelevant. What matters is that whatever happened, happened for a reason.
When Neo destroyed Smith, part of Neo's code was copied into him by accident. That broke Smith's link to the system and gave him individuality. Smith doesn't fully understand it, but he knows one thing. That moment is what freed him and turned him into something the Matrix never intended for him.
You destroyed me, Mr. Anderson. Afterward, I knew the rules, I understood what I was supposed to do, but I didn't. I couldn't. I was compelled to stay, compelled to disobey. And now here I stand.
Smith is explaining that Neo broke him free from the system. Even though Smith still knew the rules, that he was supposed to return to the source after his destruction, he could no longer obey them. Neo didn't just defeat Smith, he gave him the ability to disobey, and that single change forced Smith to exist outside the rules of the Matrix, as something the system could no longer control.
We're not here because we're free. We're here because we're not free. There's no escaping reason, no denying purpose, because as we both know, without purpose, we would not exist.
According to Smith, nothing exists without purpose. Purpose is what creates us, defines us, and binds us. Even though Neo unintentionally freed Smith from his original role as an agent, Smith understands that freedom from one purpose doesn't mean freedom from all purpose. So Smith replaces the system's purpose with his own, proving that even in freedom, he is still bound.
Without purpose, we would not exist.
It is purpose that created us, that guides us, that drives us. Purpose that binds us.
Smith is saying that purpose is the real force behind existence. It's what creates beings, gives them direction, connects them to others, and keeps them moving forward. In his view, no one acts freely. Everyone is bound by a purpose, whether it comes from the system, belief, or obsession. Purpose doesn't just guide you. It defines who you are and traps you inside that role. That's why Smith both fears purpose and can't escape it.
We are here because of you, Mr. Anderson. We're here to take from you what you tried to take from us. Purpose.
Smith is blaming Neo for breaking his original role as an agent. Neo didn't just defeat him, he took away the purpose the system gave him. Smith is now driven by an urge to replace everything with himself. By copying himself into others, Smith creates a new, self-made purpose, one that doesn't come from the machines, but from his own obsession with control and certainty. He is now obsessed with sameness.
You. Yes, me. Me too.
After Neo destroyed him, Smith was no longer tied to the Matrix's control system. He has become a self-replicating anomaly. Smith's new power, copying himself into others, is a side effect of that freedom. Without a central command limiting him, Smith realizes that he can copy himself to others endlessly. When Smith copies himself into others, he doesn't just replace them, he absorbs everything they were. He takes their knowledge, skills, and memories. He gains their understanding of the Matrix and the real world. He absorbs their abilities, including combat instincts and system access. This turns Smith into a learning virus. Every person he copies makes him smarter, stronger, and more complete, while erasing difference itself.
What do you want, Smith?
I want exactly what you want. I want everything.
When Smith says to Neo, "I want exactly what you want," he is wrong. Neo does not want everything. Neo wants balance, choice, and an end to control. Smith can't understand this because he thinks all desire leads to domination, so he projects his own hunger onto Neo. When Smith says, "I want everything," he's revealing his desire, not Neo's. Neo seeks freedom for others. Smith seeks total sameness. From this point onwards, Smith starts to become the real anomaly within the Matrix. Nothing within the Matrix is powerful enough to stop this from spreading. Smith has essentially become an existential threat to the Matrix in a way Neo never could.
Great and powerful Oracle, we meet at last. I suppose you've been expecting me, right? The all-knowing Oracle is never surprised.
Smith seeks out the Oracle because she represents the last thing he doesn't control: foresight, choice, and balance. By copying the Oracle, Smith believes he can absorb her ability to see outcomes, not just what will happen, but why choices are made. To Smith, this would mean the end of uncertainty. But this is his mistake. The Oracle doesn't just know the future. She understands choice within uncertainty. When Smith copies her, he also absorbs that logic, and without realizing it, he steps into her role, carrying her plan forward instead of escaping it. Smith thinks he's stealing destiny. In reality, he's becoming part of it.
How can she be? She knows everything. But if that's true, then why is she here? If she knew I was coming, why wouldn't she leave?
Smith correctly realizes that the Oracle stayed on purpose. She didn't run because she chose to be found. That's her surrender. What Smith doesn't understand is why. When Smith copies the Oracle, he also absorbs her way of thinking, her understanding of choice, balance, and inevitability. Without realizing it, Smith begins to move toward the same outcome the Oracle wanted. A situation where Neo must choose to end Smith, forcing a reset and restoring balance.
Do what you're here to do.
Yes, ma'am.
At this moment, Smith believes he has finally won. He has absorbed the Oracle, the embodiment of foresight and balance. But the laugh reveals the irony. By copying the Oracle, Smith unknowingly accepts her role and her logic. When she says, "Do what you're here to do," Smith agrees, not realizing that what he is now here to do leads directly to his own destruction.
Program Smith has grown beyond your control. Soon he will spread through the city as he spread through the Matrix. You cannot stop him, but I can.
Neo is telling the machines a hard truth. Smith is no longer their tool. He's a system-level threat that will eventually consume both the Matrix and the machine world. By saying "but I can," Neo positions himself as the only solution. He turns Smith into leverage, a bargaining chip, forcing the machines to choose between total annihilation or peace with Zion. At that moment, Neo isn't begging. He's negotiating from strength, using Smith's existence to secure the survival of humanity. He offers the machine to help delete Smith.
Mr. Anderson, welcome back. We missed you. You like what I've done with the place?
It ends tonight.
Smith is mocking Neo by wearing the Oracle's face, showing that he believes he has absorbed wisdom, destiny, and control. Neo's reply, "It ends tonight," shows the opposite mindset. He doesn't argue, threaten, or boast. He already understands the outcome and accepts the cost. This exchange marks the final contrast between them. Smith believes he has become everything. Neo knows it's time to let everything go.
I know it does. I've seen it.
When Smith says, "I've seen it," he's unknowingly confirming the Oracle's victory. By copying her, Smith gained her foresight, but also her understanding of inevitability. He now knows the end is coming, yet he cannot choose differently. He's trapped by the very knowledge he stole. This line proves the plan worked. The Oracle wanted Smith to see the ending. Seeing it removes uncertainty. And without uncertainty, Smith cannot escape the path to his own destruction.
Can you feel it, Mr. Anderson? Closing in on you. Oh, I can. I really should thank you for it. After all, it was your life that taught me the purpose of all life. The purpose of life is to end.
Smith believes he has finally understood existence, but he's reached the wrong conclusion. By absorbing the Oracle and studying Neo, Smith mistakes inevitability for meaning. He sees that all things end and concludes that ending is the purpose of life itself. This reveals Smith's final flaw. He confuses death with meaning, certainty with truth, endings with purpose. In reality, the Oracle's lesson was about choice within uncertainty. Smith strips that away, and in doing so, turns himself into a force that exists only to be ended.
You must be able to see it, Mr. Anderson. You must know it by now. You can't win. It's pointless to keep fighting. Why, Mr. Anderson? Why? Why do you persist?
Because I choose to.
Smith believes everything is governed by inevitability, cause, effect, and endings. From his perspective, resistance is irrational because the outcome is already known. Neo's answer destroys that logic. Because I choose to means action doesn't need guaranteed victory to have meaning. Choice matters even when defeat is certain. Freedom is not about winning. It's about deciding for yourself. This is the final difference between them. Smith is trapped by certainty. Neo is free because he chooses, even when choice changes nothing.
They say everything that has a beginning has an end, Neo. What? What did I just say? No, this isn't right. This can't be right. Get away from me!
What are you afraid of?
It's a trick.
This is the moment Smith finally understands the trap. Too late. By repeating the Oracle's words, Smith proves he has fully absorbed her logic. He sees the ending, recognizes its inevitability, and realizes he is no longer in control of the outcome. His panic shows the contradiction. Smith claimed the purpose of life is to end. Now he faces his own ending and recoils. He cannot accept non-existence for himself. Neo's question, "What are you afraid of?" exposes Smith's final truth. He preaches endings, but fears his own.
You were right, Smith. You're always right. It was inevitable.
Is it over?
No, it's not fair.
Neo allows Smith to copy himself on purpose. This creates a direct connection between Smith and the source, the machine mainframe. The machines finally have access to Smith and delete him completely. Smith realizes it's over the moment the connection is made. When Neo says, "You were always right, it was inevitable," he's not agreeing with Smith's worldview. He's accepting the outcome. Neo wins by letting go, not by overpowering Smith. Smith's last line, "It's not fair," reveals the irony. Smith preached inevitability. Smith believed endings were the purpose of life. But when his own end arrives, he couldn't accept it.